Hi Pisces, welcome to your love and relationship reading for April 1st through the 15th. For those of you who are just now tuning in, these are generalized readings, so not everything in the reading may pertain to you. I am available to answer any questions and can be reached at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. I like to start off with the reading for my singles and then I move into a reading for my couples. So it looks right now you're kind of in an action state of mind where you're really evaluating where you are at right now and manifesting the type of life that you want. And right now we have the Prince of Wands, which really represents where you're at right now, which is an action card. You're taking action and wanting to move forward and draw into your life a wonderful, healthy, new relationship. This is a very take charge, again, type card. The next card is the World, and this is what is covering you. The World has to do with a heightened state of mind. Like there's a really great understanding that you have within you, that you know that you have the tools to create the type of life that you want. You also have an understanding that you can't have good without the bad, that you have to have a balance in life. What's crossing you is the Prince of Swords. This could indicate that maybe as you're making these decisions to move forward on this new path, that maybe some of your decisions aren't really being well thought out, that they're being done, again, without much thought being put into them. This is a reminder for you to take a step back and try and take a more well-rounded approach to these decisions. The next card is the Three of Cups, and this is a foundation of this situation. This could indicate, that you've been going through a time where you've been having a lot of fun with friends. There's been a lot of celebrating. This could also indicate maybe celebrating family events with family and really inspiring you to move forward into this new path. This indicates the recent past. This is the rebirth. This could indicate a situation that went wrong, that you had to really pick yourself up after and rise above it. This was a situation that you had a very difficult time with, possibly a relationship that failed, that you thought was meaningful and you thought was long-lasting. And this was something that you really didn't see happening. However, it did happen, but the way you handled it was really well because you were able to overcome it. You were able to process these things and continue that forward momentum. The next card is the Three of Pentacles, and this has to do with your aspirations. This could indicate that maybe there's two individuals that are actually coming into your life that are pursuing you with opportunities for you to take a relationship into the next level. This is you feeling things out and really seeing if this person, these people, either one, are a good fit for you. The next card is the Six of Swords, and this indicates you in the environment of the future. We're really going through like this transformation, a lot of introspection and reflection. And you know, actually, my last reading, my Scorpio reading, there was a lot of change and self-work that was going on as well. And maybe it could be some inspiration, spring cleaning, so to speak, that you guys are going through. But the Six of Swords, again, you know, reinforces you moving into this next phase of your life and heading in a different direction, possibly leaving the things that you've gone through in the past and moving forward into the future. The outcome has to do with the Two of Wands, which is you continuing to plan, you know, this new life that you're building from within. Now, we have these two individuals who I see coming into your life, but I'm going to get some clarification and see if one of these relationships is going to be really meaningful with serious potential. So this person, one of these people who I want you to be aware of is a possible fire sign. And you're going to be really hopeful. This person's going to be very charismatic and very charming. However, at first there's going to be some reluctance at your part. You're going to see a lot of potential with this person, but for whatever reason, I think that you're going to feel a little disconnected or reluctant to connect. But we also have hope. So I do think that there's hope that this relationship will be long lasting. This could be because you're stuck in this state of mind where you're really concentrating on yourself, but this person's really charming and I think will overcome you and win you over in the long run. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and move into my couple spread. Okay. Okay. So the first card in the spread is the Hooded Man. And this represents what you're bringing into this relationship. I think that this indicates that you've always pretty much walked a path alone until you've met this person. And it's just because that you are somebody who doesn't let society define you. You derive your strength from within. However, and also this person really feeds off that as well, because together you guys feel like you're, an island. You guys are both introverts, so to speak, and spend a lot of time, reflecting and doing inner work, and are both very spiritual. And this is something that you guys both connect over. The next card is the Ten of Vessels, and this is the Happiness card. This is where you are now in relation to the other person. Emotionally, you are feeling very fulfilled, and are continuing to move forward with that forward momentum of, really deepening and establishing this relationship with one another. The next card is the Mirror, and this is what you're hoping to get from this relationship. This has to do with balance. This has to do with reflection, as we have with the Hooded Man as well, and growing together and deepening this spiritual connection that you guys have with the divine as well as each other. I think that you guys are really on the same path as far as your spiritual beliefs and just the way you guys live your life. I really feel like it's really in accordance with one another. The next card is the Green Man, and this is what the other person is bringing into the relationship with you. This person is somebody that people go to when they're in need. They go to this person for advice. This person is a natural nurturer, but this person is also a beacon of honesty, a creator, and also a healer, which I think really touches on, again, your guys' connection, your spiritual connection, and the way you guys connect, okay? The next card is the Queen of Vessels, and this is the Salmon card. This represents what this person is getting out of it. You guys are moving towards a common goal. Again, you guys are very much in accordance with what you want out of this relationship, and he or she is really pursuing this with a lot of perseverance. This is something that is very important to this individual. The next card is the Nine of Arrows, and this is the dedication card. This is what they're hoping to experience with you. Now, there's an acknowledgement that in all relationships, you're going to go through peaks and valleys, and all relationships take work. But this person is very dedicated to this relationship, and he or she sees the light at the end of the tunnel, that your guys' hard work will pay off, especially since you guys are in accordance with each other. The next card is the Three of Stones, and this represents how you see your partner. This person really inspires you. This person brings out your creativity. It also inspires your, again, you guys are very connected as far as your connection with the divine, and you inspired. This could also indicate that possibly you guys are artists, and you guys inspire each other with your work as well, and inspire each other to be a really good person. Both of you are natural givers. The next card represents how your partner sees you, and this is the Ten of Stones. This is the home card. You are this person's home, and I think that's a perfect way to describe this relationship that you guys have with one another. That this person is home, no matter where he or she is at, as long as he or she is with you. Now, for the next 2 weeks, the outcome, what we have here is the Four of Vessels, which could indicate boredom. Also, this could also indicate that maybe there's something within you or your partner that you're not fully communicating with each other. I think that, like all relationships, we go through peaks and valleys. So the next couple weeks, I just see that there being an issue where possibly something wasn't fully communicated. And I think that this is an issue that could be easily remedied. Your suggesting cards just suggest that this is a very deep connection that you guys have. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to pull 3 cards to see what you guys need to learn for this relationship to be successful. Again, we have that creativity card again. The Hermit, introspection and reflection. Son of Swords. Remember that you guys inspire each other, and remember the importance of being able to communicate your feelings with one another, because communication is the foundation for relationships to grow, and to also really think about your decisions before you make them, so it's well-rounded. So when you get into a space where there is some turbulence, that you think about the things before you say them in order to not hurt one another. I think a lot of times, sometimes when we go through ups and downs and we get our anxieties or our endorphins up, that sometimes we can overreact and maybe sometimes say things that are hurtful. Okay? And life and relationships is supposed to be a balance. You don't have to carry the weight of your relationship on your shoulders. Okay? Lean on your partner. That's what your partner is there for. Okay, so with that said, since it looks like we need to work on some communication stuff, I recommend that you guys work with some fluorite. This will open up your heart and your throat chakra. This will also help balance emotions and aid in effective communication. Okay, so with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys.